Right, welcome to Mercedes-Benz W196R from 1955, an absolutely legendary F1 vehicle and a record-breaking car in Gran Turismo 7. So this vehicle was added to the game with update 1.54 and it is officially the most expensive car added post-launch to the game, because if you want to get your hands on this vehicle, you need to head on over to a legendary dealership and cough up 20 million credits. Now 20 million credits is no joke, considering the fact of how long it takes you to actually earn that amount of credits. So we gotta answer one question: is it worth it? Now to find that out, well, we gotta take it around circuit. So first thing we're gonna do, head on over to Kyoto Driving Park and put it up against, well, cars that the game think are closely matched to this vehicle. And when I tell you, a lot of the vehicles are not. We actually tried to experience the vehicle for the first time. Well, I got caught off guard by the handle of the car, because I came to the first corner and I tried to turn and there was nothing. There was no response. I went straight towards the barrier and almost pulled myself. So we had to just get ourselves and try and work out how to actually drive this vehicle. Now there's only a few cars in Gran Turismo 7 when they are stock that you have to get used to, and this is exactly one of them. But the longer you drive it, the better you get to understand the vehicle and know what it needs from you, and that is early in advance information. Like if you say I need to turn now, you need to have been said it like from the last corner. Yeah, handling is a bit sketchy, but hey, look, the more you get used to it, the better it gets. Now braking on a Mercedes-Benz is a bit spongy. Obviously it's not using ceramic brakes. You gotta understand that it's an older car. You gotta start braking earlier. So braking, you understand. The acceleration on this car is not bad. However, the problem I had with it was just top speed. The minute you start getting into the higher gears, it really just didn't feel like it wanted to go. This vehicle was an F1 vehicle. We gotta remember that. Now, this car had a naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine producing 289 brake horsepower, front engine rear-wheel drive, and only weighed 835 kgs. Now that's thanks to the fact that this vehicle had a tubular steel space frame chassis and it had a streamlined body. This vehicle was able to actually hit a top speed of 290 kilometers per hour. But around Kyoto Driving Park that was not the case, as we saw ourselves hitting about 222 kilometers per hour before I needed to brake and make it around the first corner. So compared to modern day vehicles, it is quite decent. So for a vehicle to be having this level of power, handling and everything, and considering the fact that it's setting a 1 minute 47 average, is really good. For a car from 1955, yes, I know it's an F1 car, but the fact that in 1955 this car was going this fast was nutty. Now this vehicle, the history, why is it so expensive and why is it just so legendary? Well, the W196, it entered 6 events and it won 5 of them. That's how strong and how fast this vehicle was. Now we see that this is actually one Manuel Fangio's vehicle, and he won back-to-back drivers championships with this vehicle. This vehicle really cemented itself in Mercedes-Benz as well as F1 history by just being extremely good, and that's exactly what you get, and that's exactly why you are spending 20 million credits. But let's say you want a bit more for your 20 million credits, I head you on over to a tuning shop. But this is the thing, with it being a race car, it does not have that many upgrades. You will notice most of the parts are non-applicable, but when you do have parts to add to this vehicle, well, you are going to be left with better performance, because we see once we fully upgrade this vehicle, we are going to be left with 512 brake horsepower in a vehicle that weighs 835 kgs. Extremely lightweight, a lot more power so this vehicle should be scary. Now when we head on over to GT Auto to see what visual customization we have for this vehicle, it is none. What, did you think you could throw a spoiler on this thing? No. You cannot touch this work of art. You cannot add anything. You can change the paint and you can change the wheels. I don't know why you want to throw some rotiforms on this, but hey, to each their own. So when we take it out onto circuit again to experience what it's like on racing softs, maxed out power, it's fast. It is a lot faster. We see now that the vehicle actually comes in at performance points rating of 697 performance points, and well, that only means one thing, but we'll get to that. So now around the circuit, it handles so much better, it turns in a lot better, braking is so much better. It's still not the best, but it is better. Now when it comes to setting lap times, I found myself setting lap times around the 1 minute 38 second mark, which, look, frankly, is not the fastest thing around the circuit, but where it makes up and is really good is around the WTC 700 around the one. Yes, around the money grinding events, that is where this vehicle actually shines. So I decided, you know what, let me try this vehicle out and see how good it is. I mean, it's a classic F1 car, and that's the thing. With it being a race car, it has incredible fuel consumption. I found myself going around the circuit and completing a lap of the circuit in 4 minutes flat, and that's with the vehicle being on fuel map level 3. And with it being on fuel map level 3, I still had 4 laps of fuel remaining. This vehicle is extremely light on fuel, extremely fast down the straightaway, because I saw myself coming down the main straightaway doing over 300 kilometers per hour before I need to slam on the brakes, which is just absolutely nutty. The vehicle has more than decent handling for this event, so it's actually a really good contender for this event. It's extremely fast and it's just easy to use around the circuit. That's especially if you are running with it softs. This car is fantastic and is a great way to grind up some money, which you're gonna need to do since you did end up spending 20 million credits. So to answer the question of, is this vehicle worth it? If you're a big Mercedes fanboy and you're a die-hard fan, well, this is a vehicle for you, because look, for money grinding you can still make your money back on this vehicle, but if you are strapped for cash right now, you don't have 20 million credits right now, do not break your bank. Do not spend hours upon hours trying to work your way up to grind this vehicle. Yes, it's good, it's fun if you have the money laying around. If you don't, you might think about skipping it and wait for it to come back into the legendary dealership once you have your finances up. So look, I'm not knocking it, it is fun. I'm so glad it's actually useful, so there is that you need to keep in mind. But hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And with this being said, is the Mercedes-Benz worth it? Possibly. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.